Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Leo's really got a lot going for it.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Try something new at the
Not yet.
Should I save this money or invest it? I think I may have
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Leo's really got a lot going for it.
Try something new at the
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Should I save this money or invest it?
Liyue people must have iron stomachs.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Try something new at the ramen restaurant.
Leo's really got a lot going for it.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Faster! Up. Need a surfboard? Carving waves! Need a surfboard?
All tasks have been handed out. Ah, how relaxing. All tasks have been handed out. Ah, how relaxing.
You can only do so much on your own, but with a... Things have been looking really rough for NATLAN lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we... You can only do so much on your own, but with a... Things have been looking really rough for NATLAN lately. Faster! Need a... Let's ride!
I see.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine! It's us! Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across NATLAN. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally... Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute... Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad this... Oh, hey, Kachina! Wow, so we'll finally get to... Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outland. No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult. Anyway, I can't argue with her, but just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any... As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer, and we forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name. But they were all performed outside of NATLAN, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in NATLAN, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by only memories and experiences that have even the greatest...
Seems the YF don't want just anyone to get in...
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to...
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nope.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull...
You mean you're already willing to...
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like if she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my ability.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the...
The key is getting the YAB to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence.
We heard the voice of a YF when we were in the Night Kingdom before. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can...
Well, every tribe has their own YAB. Plus, considering the unprecedented... I don't know. That requires... We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and YAB. The first person who comes to mind is Lolly at the Masters of the Nightwind.
Oh, we've heard that name before. A person who can make something like that must...
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room, and I've heard that to get her help, you have to be
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you?
Well, yeah, at the cost of her spirit.
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver...
Paimon sure hopes a How won't enter...
All right, Kanichi's a season... please just give me a moment to write the letter.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Carving waves.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanichi. Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets.
See, Lolly knows him too.
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelation, I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him...
Huh. Makes sense.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran?
Yeah. Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
This is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's... Okay, then let's part ways for now. Part ways for now.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going. Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, Hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have...
Huh? You mean...
Yeah, well, but let's go to the city.
That's true. Let's... Off we go. Faster. Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems
Well, we tried to be as...
that might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our... The only thing is that she often has...
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get...
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Who's there?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See, Lolly.
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatstly. But emphasis on Eatstly, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just... Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset...
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." But it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit... At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story.
What's with that? Was she feeling...
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty...
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require...
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. And you've also heard all about Auroron.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Aurora
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me... Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet, again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk head— Huh? Don't move.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just—
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind. And generally—
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see—
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than—
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to its—
I can go. It'll probably be a long list.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with—
The Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation.
Yep, we'll be sure to play—
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in NATLAN. In any case, I'm truly sorry to put you two through—
You can count on it.
All right, then let's—
Carving waves. Woohoo!
This is— An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking— I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get in— I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. However—
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in NATLAN? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated.
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant. He learned a lot from us. And once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. So— Oh well, let's keep looking. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time. And since they were disturbed, they secreted a special... Let's follow the phlogiston...
Huh? What trip?
Oh, right. I forgot here. How about now?
What do you see? Whoa,
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the...
wow, you can even share your
It requires a very rare spell that most... When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that? What is she... but is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns, but... Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh? Was that? See...
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident.
Carving waves! Hey, looks like there's a new camp...
Wait. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small...
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Nightwind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize. We've got to leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him... no. I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well.
Need a surfboard? There are traces of people staying here, too!
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is... I can also smell a mix of elements in the air.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing, no one...
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of us, judging from what's left on the scene.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking...
Given there are two... I'll take this direction. Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Seat Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, so you were thinking the same thing. She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're as... if you think about it. Let's ride! Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Did you find something? Huh. So we can't... That's weird, but he can't have just evaporated into thin air.
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth. I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in NATLAN, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this
Hey, why are you sitting?
See, Lolly! He froze for a moment and then...
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to,
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need any— in any case, let's— Need—
feeling better yet, Trap?
All right, let's get— I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold—
Oh, so it's close by.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Need a surfboard? Off we go.
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees—
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming.
I cannot see the Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper.
Are you ready? On my count. Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Time to shine. Everybody stand back. Woohoo! Surf's up. Amazing. Let's shred, Sharky. Not now. Don't be scared.
Let's light it up.
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Lead, but it's still kind of weird here.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
What did you just call—
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to—
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or—
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, my base— Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going—
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Aurora? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? They didn't hurt you.
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about NATLAN's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And, thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well? Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro...
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the...
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh.
If you do come face to face...
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
That's right.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the...
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached...
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from...
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very... Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Sheila.
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. Come with me, Auroron.
Goodbye, Gramps.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What? What? That captain? Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that come. Oh, that Auroron. What is he up to? He sounded all that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along. Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so...
Good evening. Nice to see.
It's you. You should.
I'm terribly sorry. It's just.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too?
Well, I could. It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character. Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like. I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my—
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save NATLAN, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of NATLAN— Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along? The details of—
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep NATLAN intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere— Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But NATLAN cannot afford to wait until she comes to her sense. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to— We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save NATLAN remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching.
Something? Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
See, Lolly!
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools and how dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the— Oh, here we go again! Cat got your tongue—
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh! And now you're talking back! Well, go on then.
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so—
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't—
Wait, see, Lolly! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. You're right, Traveler. Let's go. In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Why did you help the captain? No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me... Really? Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand? You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me.
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this. You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's...
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening?
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Who's Aoife?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm uncertain.
That's not it, Granny. I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can...
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save NATLAN. So I've got to go.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he...
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet...
Whoa, that's a little extreme.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Do you two have some time? Feeling...
All right, it's been a while since we last ate.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
Really? That's right. See, Lolly has gotten a lot quieter since... he's right. We're seasoned adventurers.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drink?
Are you sure? We can see?
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together.
Sure, that's fine. Let's ride!
Do you see two people standing by the door?
But Paimon.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be.
Do you think she's drunk?
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends.
Oh, so you've...
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it.
Wait, so...
Well, given our ages...
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all...
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no...
Seat Lally? Seat Lally!
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me get...
Are you still with us, Seat Lally?
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same... I mean, come on! Monster?
Granny Seat Lally, you're not a
Exactly! And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know! Oh yeah, and I have to mentor all the new kids! Hey, new kid! Yeah, you! Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a... That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker.
Did she just fall?
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter...
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at the...
Is this another specialty of the...
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Sitlali herself. While she can't...
Warning, warning. Red. Huh? Traveler?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl. Hang on.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that.
Are you feeling okay?
There's so much...
Why not?
Please,
Paimon gets...
No, that wasn't my point. Huh?
Yeah.
So...
It's okay, Seat Lally. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much. It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or Take a walk with me.
Looks like she's completely given up.
great view, right?
Wow, it's beautiful.
You're making me...
Oh no. What do we do? Please don't cry.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. Let's just have a casual
Really? You don't...
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rule. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like that. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down, so...
What? You're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful.
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that. And people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you?
We don't find you scary at all.
Huh. That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work... Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his...
Yes, but Auroran's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Auroran and me. Auroran's not like other people. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wild. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls, and in Auroran, a possibility to turn Auroran into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroran would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Now, when damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So, they... Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically... Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By you... It's not right! So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Everyone thought he would be happy he served. He asks this question.
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that. But he still feels... Maybe he
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Anyway, we can't just let things go on like...
Probably drank too much. Boogie!
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides...
Good point. Well... Friends. I like the sound of that.
Auroran's probably back with the captain, don't you think? You mean about the backup plan? Yeah, you're right, but she's probably a... going on.
You're already here. I was...
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive.
Let's not bring up last night. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move. I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss.
The Abyss attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
I'll be fine. The stadium could always use more manpower. I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child. I was the one who vouched for him. So I need to report back to the speaker's chamber. But I should be able to convince them to let me go back. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Thank you.
She left in a hurry. Looks like a lot of... Off we go. Carving waves!
Traveler, over here! Perfect. Our star Outlander has appeared.
Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole star Outlander thing?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got a real emergency on...
Alright, but can we get a...
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Masters of the...
Yes. The tribes have plenty of defenses. Chaska and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded.
I plan on heading back.
What about you, Mulalani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. What about you guys? We could go together. Yeah, that does sound important.
That would be pretty great, actually.
It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that, but...
Let's part ways here for now. And most importantly, be careful.
Oh, and some...
Koichi, do we really have to do this now?
It's alright. Alright, let's hurry up and talk to the pirate.
Oh, it's you two. As you can see, things are not looking... Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of...
What? So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn. I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan. But it comes at the Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net?
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and Even then, the net can, given the enormity of the price, it's true. Both plans come at a rate. Natlan is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst case. Having a contingency plan is our duty. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious.
Oh, one more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can... Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me.
Not even a little! We would never...
Just, maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but... So now that you have your answer...
You scared Paimon.
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mawika. It's what all my friends call me, and I like... As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer.
That's great! Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our
Wait, you're going to fight in person?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the pyro. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front. I just think there's strength in numbers. If the people... Anyway, even I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating... I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now, I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of Natlan.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react. All right, we should head out.
Quick, over here! To safety!
Kachina, how many...
What's the situation?
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help.
We'll go together.
Let's ride!
Need a surfboard?
Woohoo!
Stay safe. We've got this.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
I really thought I was done for. I can't
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the abyss.
That should be the last abyssal pylon near the children. By the way, where's Seat Lolly?
The Masters of the Night Wind...
That makes sense. The attacks are more urgent. Alright, this isn't a...
Looks like a few people were hurt after all.
The abyss? Before... You mean the situation? It's impossible.
That just means we need to buy the pyro.
You really are an...
Why, thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the no...
And somehow the captain finds out about it. Goes to fight the Pyro Archon. Honestly...
We talked to Malika before, and, well...
Yeah, I trust the Pyro. Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Kachina. When it comes to Natlan...
I agree. Maybe the life is important, but so are history and memory.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seems...
The next question is... If the captain found a new way to save Natlan...
This is all super...
We still don't have enough information.
Let's head back then, with how many Fatui...
Sounds good. I have a few theories of my own, with a bit...
I was just about to ask. Registered? Alright. See you all later.
Oh, you bet!
I'm fine.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a...
The Fatui?
Calm down and let me explain. Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers. Over there. Do you see?
You're right. That's a traveling group from NATLAN. Let's keep observing.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of abyss monsters all over NATLAN, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium.
Thank you so much.
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help. If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret.
Oh, okay.
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed. Nonetheless, the decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet, we would have employed a harsher method.
Got it. We'll get going now.
Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the Pyro are?
Exactly. Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save NATLAN. But based on what we just saw...
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui.
It's too early to say.
So this is where they were headed. Look,
Koichi, wait.
Oh, no, you don't.
Look, I can use this terrain to my advantage.
We still can't see anything.
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. That intel is worth the risk.
Fine.
That's even more risky. I'm confident I can protect myself.
I can.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble. I'm not...
All right. If we start...
Guess that means I...
All right. Same plan as usual. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. Now. Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get. I need... Good. I made it without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. That's it. Now's my chance.
It's no use staying in one place. Looks like Chaska is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal. Time to move. Whew! That was close. Almost got. Probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance. Now's my chance. I made it! That'll show my. Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait, I've got it!
Huh? What's that noise? Did something explode?
What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing?
I could ask you the same thing!
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. The people on the hill over there left to help their comrade. Come get me, Chaska. I hope she gets.
That's Koichi's signal. Give me your hand, quick.
Coming! I checked, and this way is... Well, I was pretty helpful, right? You know every...
I was wrong,
Wait, you're just gonna...
Let's focus on the task at
All right. Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised.
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient.
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for. Took us...
Back? Back where? Should we keep...
You really want to keep going?
Of course! We make a good team, don't...
What was that sound?
Uh-oh.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What? You'll regret that!
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. It looked like they were waiting, though. So we decided to come back.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your...
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the state.
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble.
You've done very well.
I know.
So, our current intel suggests that the device is a...
I have no idea. But it's... Shilonen, I need you to gather
I'll...
Thank you both for your hard work. I prepared a small gift of my own.
My patience.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
I accept.
What am I gonna do with you?
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of... I'll start investigating this.
Need a surfboard? Carving waves! Ho! What's next for you two?
I'm taking Koichi.
Hey.
That's what you always say. Everything's no... What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I let you rest in a...
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, I might. But I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no matter how hard or tiring the work. I guess.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chaska from doing something dangerous.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their...
Then try to see things.
The two of you are the same, you know.
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
Who wants to be like her? Over...
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay,
Don't worry, Paimon.
Plus, I get we're family.
Okay, you don't...
So, you're all good.
Neither of us are really...
Plus,
Be my guest. See you later, traveler.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice...
Bye, you two.
Huh. Those two will probably make up for... Well, be fun.
Sorry for...
Why do you look so awkward?
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry...
Awesome! Just give...
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
Oh, yeah. You mentioned how Auroron has always wanted to save Natlan, and something about his soul being fragmented. Paimon and the Traveler just...
I agree with your Auroron came back.
What? He came back?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from... Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to
I'm surprised you...
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on... Plus, he was on guard. All these years of...
Don't say that!
You're right. Seeing him come back, he's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of NATLAN. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Auroron is my apprentice. He might have a few
Wait, what
Look. Remember how I said Auroron's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I create, and this gem is what makes the talisman. It just so happens that Auroron is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply. You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memory...
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't. But I can't. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is...
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Aurora.
The kid thinks he can take me on?
That's amazing, Seat Lolly. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of... I know he thinks of me as his grandma.
Huh, that's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't, but if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger. Yeah, you're right.
You're just making it worse, Traveler.
I need to look at his memory. I don't care, and I won't blame him.
You sure you'll be okay?
Did you just say you'll come with?
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because...
You... fine.
Don't worry, we're
then I... Alright, time to... Are you ready?
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future. And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Hey! How's it going, Auroron?
Good. How are you?
Can't complain.
No, just some idle...
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Ha! Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chaska's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden. I hope you two didn't get into a huge fight.
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just
appeared out of nowhere?
It's the Fatui. Their leader, if you run into them.
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
I enjoy living by myself. I guess you're from the Fatui, the one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying, and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey!
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning. They've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort...
The situation has seen no true improvement.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something...
What is it?
My lord,
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that? Is he sending those? How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's searching for.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing up. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. However, there's no reason to overengage.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates referred to him as the captain, and now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual.
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside?
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time.
That this nation is out.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do? They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight? Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines, it's faint. Like a soul's trying to escape. Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost.
As for you, I must confess.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn. You heard something from here. Did
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage.
And yet, one of those very...
Then speak. What do you...
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So, I felt like I had to help you.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my tribe. So, we're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change NATLAN for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met.
Strange? Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Eastly, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub. and the Wyab are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need.
Don't forget,
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul, a sense of justice.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join. I see.
Worth trying,
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root by reconstructing the ley.
Woo!
Traveler, Paimon.
Paimon's fine, just,
Of course. I'm so mad at him. After everything, he still can't let go of the past. For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Stubborn, Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Anyway, back to what we just saw.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to... What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But...
The loom of fate?
Oh, it's kind of hard... Anyway... If he really wants to manipulate the ley lines...
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning.
Why is he so obsessed with saving NATLAN? Oh, we've got to tell Mo...
Yes, she needs to know about this.
Let's ride! Let's ride!
Need a surfboard?
Malika!
Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, really? That's great! We also just... all with his granny's...
Calm down, Paimon. I'll take it from here.
So the captain was searching for the source mechanism to reconstruct the ley lines. If his plan is already in motion, that means he knows exactly how to accomplish his goal. We have to stop him. Yes. It's not as simple if he activates the—
But what forces—
Kanich? Shilonen?
But that's big—
That won't help us with the captain.
All right.
Don't worry about your grandson. We'll figure something—
I'll leave him to you.
All right, let me grab Shilonen and As you all know, Auroron is working with the captain. The captain is a formidable opponent. Their plan hinges entirely on a single element, the source mechanism. If we leverage our forces, we can destroy it. We'll head out together, and the event—
I agree with Kanich. The two of us—
Listen to my plan first. Kanich, I want you and Ahau to launch an assault from the front and break through the Fatui defenses. The captain won't be on the front lines. No. The purpose of the frontal assault is to gather the Fatui forces in one place. Shilonen, I need you to do what your tribe does best, and dig a tunnel from the outskirts of the ruin. Once we get close— Exactly. The Traveler and I will— No one can create a distraction better than you, Kanich. Not even myself. By combining our strengths, we just—
Understood. Then just promise us you won't do anything reckless. You cannot face the captain straight on unless you have no other— You mean everything to us. Losing you would be the worst.
Thank you,
Carving waves! Off we go!